rat chop my shoe. Rat chop my shoe.
So Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be reviewing a movie and it is titled Finding Hope. It is showing on Uchenna Mbunabo TV, produced and directed by Ben Cassie, featuring Clinton Joshua and Pearl Shim, written by Priska Okeke. All right, let's get into the movie. So I've been seeing the promo or the BTS for this movie for a while, and it is safe to say that I was anticipating and I watched it almost immediately it came out. That is why I rushed to do this review. It has a very catchy start. We see this brother and sister that are struggling, left by their parents to take care of each other and stuff like that. Very sweet, very nice. But then in the first few minutes, there is this echo in the sound or whatever. The sound designer, I be sound engineer. What happened? You guys didn't review it before bringing it out. I almost clicked out of this movie. Eventually, the echo goes away and we get right back on track. So, from the beginning of this movie, they make it very easy for us to connect to the characters. So realistic, very nice acting, very relatable, and it is straight to the point. But then, on the other hand, I think that the whole brother and sister uh, thing, it was too much. They showed us a lot of scenes with just the brothers and sisters being brothers and sisters. The inciting incident of this film starts several minutes into the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, the first part of this movie, probably Act 1 or whatever, was nice, catchy, brother and sister getting along. As this girl in the compound that likes the brother and is always trying to get his attention and stuff like that. Yeah, we get it. And then we see the part that they're struggling. Sometimes they don't have food. And then the sister wants to go to school. She's always reading books. She wants to go to school, but there is no provision for that. I just think that there is a lot of scenes with them just being brothers and sisters and no actual story being told in those parts. When I said that the inciting incident happened several minutes into the movie, before we got to the parts where there is tension and we have our hearts in our hands, it took a lot of time before we got to that part. And then it's a very good story, very brilliant story actually, showing us the struggle of a brother and sister that were left, they're orphans and they're trying to survive, trying to make things better and stuff like that. But I just think that it was a lot of that, and at the end of the day, the only story being told is how this brother and sister survive every day and how they look out for each other. So one of the parts I really liked about this movie, or one of the highlights, would be when Kaima pretended like she was cooking. Oh, it really touched my heart because there is this girl in the compound, like I mentioned. Her name is Fumi, and she was trying to get the brother's attention. That is Obum Neme. She was trying to get Obum's attention, but then he wasn't giving her green light. So there was this time they were in the kitchen and the girl was just sitting there reading her books, and this Fumi was mocking her and asking her what she's doing in the kitchen if she's not cooking. So this girl brings out their pots and puts water into it, pretending like she was cooking. She will boil the water, then she will test the water, and it was really emotional. There is this other girl in the compound that stays with her brother who is a policeman, and she liked Obum and Obum liked her in return, so they both liked each other. So she saw what happened and she offered that girl food. She offered Kaima food. She bought food for Kaima, but Kaima refused and told her, "Didn't you see when I was cooking?" She's like, "I know that you did not cook anything, it was just water." Okay, but it really showed content because Kaima didn't want to start telling other people that they didn't have food or whatever. She was just telling the girl, I'm fine, I've eaten. Do you get, until before she eventually accepted the food. But it really showed content, and even if the parents were not around, it showed that the brother was doing a good job raising her, and she was just okay with whatever they had. Okay. But then that content was tried. Okay. It was tempted by an event that happened. This girl that liked Obum told her police brother to help Obum get a job, okay? And when he eventually found the job for Obum, Obum was supposed to go for a job interview, but but then rat had eaten his shoe. So in that moment, they were so emotional, and Obum broke down eventually and was asking God why he's suffering like this, and that his parents had left him and his sister, and their lives were so bad and blah blah blah. So it really touched Kaima's heart, and Kaima's contentment was tested. So she went to a shop and stole shoes, a pair of shoes for her brother. But then the highlight would be that Kaima was caught, but Obum had taken her place, protected her, and all these angry people that were chasing the girl started beating Obum. They were on the verge of burning him to death. So, you know, in that moment, the police brother of this Obum's girlfriend happened to be around, and he shot into the air, and these people left the guy. That was how he survived. So after that event, Obum was really angry with his sister because he was hospitalized for a couple of days, and he was really angry with her and gave her silent treatments for a while. So something now happened. I think the girl went out to read as usual. So she went under the street light because they didn't have power. So she went under the street light to read. And there was chaos around, and some guys were shooting and stabbing people. So Obum, with his broken hand and everything, still came out to look for his sister because he cared. Okay. So when he now saw her, he was very mad at her. He was now asking her, why did you go out? Do you want to kill me? Something like that. So that was where they made up, and forgive each other. So this girl's worry was that her only goal was to go to school. And if you watch the movie, you're going to find out exactly how it ended. So what do I think about the movie? I really liked it. If we're not going to go deep into plot holes and stories, and if we're not going to be technical with the script, generally I liked it. But from a deeper perspective, I just think that the story was a bit shallow. The thing is that the story was just straightforward, and their goal was probably to make life better and also to highlight the struggles of you know poor people and orphans and siblings that are just trying to get by in life. So the inciting incident happened late, and yeah, that was basically it. So do I like the movie? I really really liked it. It was so relatable. It was the acting was really great, and I wouldn't want to start getting too technical and start pointing out a lot of negative things that I noticed in the story. I wouldn't want to do that. I just love the story, and that is it. Should you watch it? Of course, go and give it a watch. You would like it. Okay, if you're not too critical, you will like it. That is the end of my review. Peace.